2024 Toyota GR86. Oh my God, what is that? A Tesla Cybertruck with a Gulf livery. All right, let's pull on out here into traffic and let's see what we do here. Let's go. Here's the thing. This car doesn't need a lot of power because it doesn't weigh a lot. I can imagine this car probably weighing in at something like 3,200, 3,300 pounds, but you can feel it's very light. I've never driven a regular I've never driven a regular GR86, but the suspension is stiff. You can feel the stiffened suspension. Let's put it in sport mode. Usually I forget that stuff, but today I will not forget because this is a sportier car. It's an enthusiasm car, sir. Yeah, that's right. It's an enthusiasm car. I like these cars. I think this is the second generation. These things are great, and you can pick them up used for pretty cheap. Anyway, I think they're great platforms for somebody that doesn't want a Mustang or a Camaro or something like that. I think these things are great, and the tuning capabilities, oh my God, it's unreal. Bucket seats are not bad, not even bad for a fat person like me. Oh, you can't say fat, Case, excuse me. For a portly, large, big-titted person like me. AC off, let's go. It makes a great little noise. Imagine if it had an exhaust on it. Okay, so here we go, the Toyota 86. See, some people think that owning a Mustang or a Camaro, whether it's a V8, a V6, a four-cylinder turbo, some people don't want that. Insurance rates may be something. So some people that are just now younger folks, or it doesn't have to be young folks, anybody getting into enthusiast cars, there's all different kinds of options besides front-wheel drive. I'm not knocking front-wheel drive, it's just in enthusiasm world, I like saying that, so we're gonna go with that. In enthusiasm world, all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive come first. Well, rear-wheel drive come first, then all-wheel drive. Of course, I don't know now with so much power, you need all-wheel drive. Anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, the Toyota 86, GR86. Now, let me show you something. This one's a little special. This is what caught my attention. What caught my attention on this particular car right here is this little badge right here. There's only 860 of these produced. That's kind of special. In this day and age, they don't make really limited runs of cars anymore. So what do you get? What makes us different? Has it got more power? No, it doesn't have any more power. And while we're talking about power, let's go ahead and open up our hood, because I guess we should turn that Subi off now. I wanted it to warm up because, you know, undoubtedly we're going to give it an exhaust rip. And so I like them to be a little warmed up. You know what I mean? I don't like giving cold engines the beans. Do you like jumping out of bed and going to run a mile? Hell no, you don't. You'd like to wait a second. Engines are the same. There we go. Subaru DNA. 2.4 liters worth of Boxer engine. Now, here's the thing. I actually love the Boxer engine, and we can find the Boxer engine underneath there. A little exhaust. Boxer rumble is great. Boxer engines, remember, inline engines, pistons go up and down. V's, they're going like this. On that engine, you got two going flat and two going flat this way. It puts it way down in the body of the car for weight distribution. It puts it the center of gravity. It gets it way down there for handling. Anyway, we're putting out about 228 horsepower. I believe it's a naturally aspirated engine, like 180-ish pound-feet of torque, which is the same amount as the other GR86s. But what you get on the Triano, oh, I hope I don't say that wrong, and if I said it wrong, please someone correct me. On the Triano edition, oh, I think that felt right. On the Triano edition, you're getting Brembo disc brakes all the way around on all four corners, but you got Brembo brakes all the way around. You've also got socks SACHS suspension, way more updated suspension. It's got badging all the way around. You can only get it in two colors. You can get it in the white or the red. You can get it in a manual or automatic. Unfortunately, it's not a manual. It's also got a few different interior pieces. I think this Alcantara piece is added here, and it's also on top of the cluster bezel right there, the speedometer bezel. So there are a few things, but only 860 of them made. Now, I'm 6'1", and about 280 pounds. Normally, we do a rear seat test. Normally, I'm all about doing a rear seat test. That's not happening here. I'm not even going to attempt it because I can't get back there. Listen, I'm pretty sure that seat right there, the rear seat, that's probably for an insurance thing to say that it's a four-seater, because that will affect insurance rates. So, keep that in mind. But you're not going to put anybody back there. It's basically a two-seater. Maybe a three, because somebody could straddle. Legless. Amputees could sit back there. All right. I like the suede right there. Suede looks good. We got some red stitchings going on right there. Let's do the squishy swish. The squish is okay. Hard plastic right there. There's hard plastic. There's, ooh. That's foamy right there. We got hard plastic down on the bottom, power windows, power door locks, power mirrors right there, little stereo system. We've got, what do we got right here? We've got our trunk button. Ooh, how big is the trunk in such a vehicle? How big is, ooh, I like the spoiler. Got a little glisten, got some metallic flake on our spoiler. I'm gonna tell you what, they took the time to put that on all. That's pretty cool. I mean, to take their time. I mean, Casey, it's just a name and a mat. I know it's just a name and a mat, but they took the time to do it. And people that don't have the Triano edition, they're gonna be looking for them in junkyards and putting them in their non-Triano editions. Triano, whatever. Anyway, sorry, I've got a third grade education. We've got no spare tire, but it looks like we got a little air compressor down in there. All right. Maybe you could fit a backpack, a duffel bag. Hey, Casey, do the trunk test. No back seat, no trunk test on this one. All right. Way down low. All right, but it's got manual adjusting seats, so you can pump yourself up. Let's see how far we can keep pumping. Keep pumping. Oh, yeah. Oh, we've maxed out. We've pumped ourselves out. Now let's pump ourselves down. I'm about 6'1", about 280 pounds. I don't mean to say that to brag. I'm just letting you know my size so you'll know how big you could be in here and fit. Got a couple inches of headroom, no sunroof in here because we've got, looks like a sculpted racing ceiling right there. There's a look at that bucket seat right there. It looks good. We do have heated seats right there. Looks like we've got traction control. We've got sport and snow. We've got dual zone climate control. There's your defrost modes. What did that do? Oh, that's modes for the... Sorry, that's modes for the AC system. I thought it was driving modes, excuse me. So we can get those off, or we can sync them back up right there, max AC if we want that. If we want to turn everything off, we do that. But we sure as heck don't want to do that today. Okay, well, those vents are going to be blowing in people's ears and everything. All right, let's have us a little look-see. Let's close that door. All right. Got the G meter over there in the left. Got a big, huge tack in the center. I love that. It's reminiscent of a Mazda RX-7. Got the speedometer there in the center. Can we change that cluster if we wanted to? Oh, look at that. There, what is that? Oh, it's going to produce the torque. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is it. Okay, here we go. So right there, we went to 4,500 feet, and we produced about 250. Oh, look at that. So max torque is, this is kind of fun. Max torque is about 3,400 RPM. After that, everything falls off. The horsepower is that red number, and it looks like right there we're popping about 175, 180 horsepower. Very, very cool. Okay, I like that little screen. Let's keep going and see what other screens we've got in there. We're back to that. What else we got? Stopwatch so we can time our laps. Oh, I love all that stuff. See what I mean? It's an enthusiasm car. Got some lights right there. We got an SOS in case we get in some trouble. We can turn our door lights on or off. Bing, bada, bing, bada, boom, bada, bing, bada, ha. All right, have we got anything else? Do you do anything else? All right, nope, that's not it. Let's push this little button because usually those 3 lines do something. Not in this car, they won't. Okay, so we're done with that. If you want to set your cruise control, it's right down in there. All right, popular menu. No, I don't care about your popular menu. Back out. Okay, let's get out of that. All right, so we've got one screen. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. It's way hotter than 75. That thing is lying. All right, let's see here. Settings. Have we got any Zuzus or Wham Whams? Clock, profile, sound, Wi-Fi. Oh, camera. What kind of camera package have you got? Rear camera, delay control, steering angle lines. Okay. Do you have a rear camera? Surely you have a rear camera. I don't know if they could even make a car now without a rear camera. Do those lines turn when you, oh, we got some lines that do turn in there. Okay, that'll kind of help folk pull it into a parking space. All right, a real e-brake. Let's go for a ride real quick. I think we should probably do that before my phone goes dead. Dodge Neon!